Hey folks, what's up?
Hello.
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 1 second. Boom. Yeah.
Boom! There we go.
Let's see what we got here. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Fantastic.
I'm sleepy.
I feel ya. I worked out today, and then I'm drinking some of this, so I'm supercharged on caffeine.
Yeah.
Also, as that is basically what I was going for. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
I got
So-
you.
Hey viewer, basically as this pointed this made an image that I was going to do and made it way better than I was going to make it, to be honest.
Stop
but-
it, you.
Well, welcome everyone. It's season 2 of Omniversal Escapades. As some of you know, we had finished season 1 in the latter half of last year, and then we've been having a fun time with side campaigns and Jeff's awesome Sunny Shore series, which I think we all had fun with.
Yeah.
If this is not an indicator, look at the background. It's gonna make sense in a minute, I swear. Let's go ahead. How we sounding there, Jeff?
I'm gonna talk to see if I'm coming through.
Oh, and while I'm at it,
Seems to be working.
Cool.
you're now a mod.
Ah.
In case I missed something. Oh, and Colin M. Parker followed us. Thank you, Colin, for the follow.
Hey, what's up, Colin?
Yeah, do you know that's fair as welcome.
Oh, we have some fun stuff in the chat.
Yeah, Colin said Cal's Calzone is my favorite little PogChamp.
That's
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Welcome to season 2 of Omniversal Escapades. Real quick, I'm gonna do my little intro here. Welcome to Omniversal Escapades. We are hosts for the show. We've got as I mentioned, we got Tess and we got Jeff, and then we have myself. I am Dean. We are playing this time Dungeons and Dragons because much like if a TV show is on long enough, there'll eventually be a musical episode. If an actual play podcast goes on long enough, they're gonna play D&D. That's just how it works. And we're here to have a good time. Our X's meaning that we do not bring them into the campaign are children in peril. I can't speak. Depictions of gore, slavery, sexual assault, and our veils, meaning we just allude to or fade to black, are body horror and feces. Feces? Y'all,
Fishies.
Fishies. Specifically just fish.
Anti-pescatarians.
Yeah, we are very anti-pescatarians. Yes. We are starting a new series or season or whatever you want to call it, and I'm looking forward to it. In this case, we're doing something a little off-brand, I would imagine, but we're doing something Western themed.
Off-brand Gandalf.
Yeah, the Brandolph.
It's a reference to our friend.
Our
Yeah.
erstwhile colleague Jamie Antrim.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into this. We got a little like monologue to do here. I'm going to attempt to do my best Sam Elliott impression. So if I butcher that, that's fair. Tales say the world was once verdant and green, that there were forests where you could see trees for miles on end, and I screwed that up. And magic was not just available but abundant. Magic was a regular school for class for schools, and plants would be fully grown in a matter of days. But this is not the world I know. The world I know is a barren wasteland. You see, 1,000 years ago, our goddess of light, Lumira, turned her back on the world and took magic with it. Okay, I've obviously stopped on the Sam Elliott. When Lumira turned her back on the world, the plants went with her. Overnight, trees and other plants began to wither and die, leaving only the barren land behind. Only ordaining those she felt were worthy to have a modicum of her power, the Church of Lumira came into power with her, and she granted them as well as the knowledge. The church began to rebuild the world using machinery. Trains, radios, factories began to pop up, littering the land with his presence. The age of steam and smoke began. That is until one day, 50 years ago, something showed back up for the first time in a long time. After almost 10 centuries of a world without it, magic returned. And I am now realizing I put power in that thing like 3 or 4 different times, and I regret it because the inner writer in me is screaming. So, that's what we're doing. This is going to be a cowboy themed thing. So I'm looking forward to this. I'd like to have a good time with this one. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Ye, and dare I say, ha.
Oh,
Oh, a ye and a ha. Sure, we are earning our yeehaws.
That's what we should call
So,
inspiration in this one.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Earning your yeehaws.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna call it the yeehaws. You've earned a yeehaw. I like that.
Did I really?
Sure. You know, as for that bit of lore, go ahead and mark inspiration.
first yeehaw of the campaign.
Before we've even met
First yeehaw of the
anybody.
campaign. I like it. You contributed to the word to the game. I like it. So yeah. All right. So the scene that we open up on is going to be a barren land like this. You can see heat rising off the ground in small waves. A small like lizard runs across our view. In the distance, you hear the sound of a train. Yes, thank you, Az. You hear the sound of a train coming up as we see the tracks. And we see the tracks as the train starts coming towards us in view. I'm trying to do picture of the mind here. This is not my normal thing, so stay with me. As the train goes by, we see 3 people hanging from a rope on the top. Pictures of the mind. Yes, thank you, Jeff. 3 people hanging off rope from the side of a bridge. As the train goes on, the 3 people drop on top of the bridge. Let's go ahead and do quick character descriptions. Jeff, tell us who you're playing and what they kind of look like.
So Susie Ann Surefoot is a small elven lady with sandy blonde hair. She has a cowboy hat tied and hanging off the back of her head, or her, I don't know, upper back. She's got a rough spun shirt with mother of pearl buttons. She's got some cool cowboy pants and cowboy boots. She has a crossbow and a sickle, and yeah, that's about it. A pack full of useful items.
All right, Tess, tell us about your character. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Ven Volkor is a little rock gnome. He is about 3'4". He's got some dark blonde hair. It's cut pretty short. He's wearing a kind of cowboy chainmail thing with the chaps. And then there are little bits of kind of plant matter woven into it. I mean, there's not much in the way of plants down here, but he does his best to kind of, be one with the land as much as he can.
Right. And then we just got an update from Jeff who said, whoops, turns out Susie Ann has black hair and pale blue eyes.
I did check my character sheet. Yeah.
All right, Az, tell us about your character.
Well, I'm playing a Goliath fighter named Garrison, but you can call him Gary. Gary he's a criminal, essentially. Chaotic neutral, orange eyes, 7'9", 390 pounds. He's got gray skin. medium length, white hair. He's a member of this group, the Wayward Vagabonds. He's known hardship most of his life. Essentially, was ousted from his village when it was raided by bandits. Met up with Ven and was like, "This little guy needs some protection." So he's a contract protector, let's call him. And I'll drop in the stream chat. I edited this picture of a guy from Ace Attorney, and I think that's what he looks like.
Love it. All right.
Looks good.
I'm blazing on all their armor, or blazing on some of their wear, whether it be a hat, a pauldron, or what have you, is this, and I'm going to give full credit to Az. Az made this. That is the Wayward Vagabond symbol. That I really enjoy that, Az, honestly.
Thank
All right. So you have landed on the train. Your job, as was described in the mission, is that a group of bandits have occupied this train after stealing a valuable object from the Church of Lemira. They have stolen a scepter. Your job is to retrieve that scepter at any means necessary, but you will have to deal with the repercussions of whatever your choices may bring.
All right.
So, as a group, you've landed on one of the cars. What is your next step?
I'd like to whip the rope and try to deftly yank my grappling hook back off the bridge.
You know what? Go ahead and give me just like a dexterity check.
Okay, if I can use athletics, it's 12. That can't be right. Let me zoom in here. 8 for athletics, 10 for acrobatics.
That's fine. I'll say it. You just kind of like swiftly move your hand or move your arms. You manage to use your understanding of agility to unhook it, and you wrangle it back in with your rope. So you do have your grappling hook back.
So I swirl it up, throw it over my shoulder.
There you go. As the speeds are going pretty fast, you got the wind blowing over your backs. Got to hold down your hats. How are you proceeding into the car? They will state that you were informed that the scepter is believed to be in the red car towards the back of the trains.
What car are we in? Are we on right now?
You'd be more towards the front end currently, because it was jumped down as quickly as possible sort of situation.
So the way I see it, we have two options. We can either run from on the top of the train towards the back, or, punch through into whatever car this is and walk through the train.
No.
It's probably safer to go through the train because, wind, going through tunnels, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fair point, yeah.
All right, so you're gonna go in. You could just jump between cars, drop. That's fine.
Sweet.
All right, so you jump down. You walk. As you step down or drop down and get into one of the cars, people are gonna notice the group of 3 people who just dropped from the roof of one of the cars, and you are being stared at currently. Especially the Goliath, the 7-foot-tall Goliath, who has a hard time ducking or has to duck under the car door to get in.
Who's staring at me?
Random strangers and people. But if you want to give me an insight check.
Sure, insight. That is 17.
Okay, you will notice that unlike the rest of the, there's regular people here for the most part, so that, women and children and parents and all that. But there is one guy towards the back of the car who does seem to be eyeing you particularly harder than the rest. He seems to be looking at you cautiously.
I would like to stare intimidatingly at this man.
Now I had to ask: is your attempt to intimidate him, or are you just trying to like look vaguely intimidating?
I want to intimidate him into minding his own business.
Okay, give me an intimidation roll.
Can I assist?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I
And
just draw my sickle with my left hand as I walk down the middle lane.
All right, yeah, I feel like that gives you the bonus. As roll with advantage.
Okay. First roll was 16. Second roll was 19.
All right, all right. There we go. So with that, you are attempting to intimidate him, and threatened not just by the tall ass person who just dropped in here basically, but also a shorter person who just straight up just whips out a weapon ready to start shit. So at that moment, rather than say minding his own business, he decides to get up and starts like moving very quickly towards the back of the to the train, like into the next car.
Do any of us have training in insight?
Yeah.
Could you do an insight roll, try to figure out, like, is this guy part of it? Is he just a concerned citizen? Does he look
I
like
don't
he's
love
got
that he's going towards where they're protecting. So I'd like to roll an insight. Yeah. Let's see.
And one of these days, I would like to incorporate music into this show. I'm gonna find a way, I swear.
15.
All right.
And that's just a straight roll.
Okay. Do you have any bonuses to that?
Oh, I mean, that's with my bonuses to it. I just mean
Okay.
no without an advantage or anything.
Okay. All right. So with that, you do notice that running from you seems to be like he needs the same kind of body language that like he has to go tell somebody about you being there.
Okay. Let's see. We've already tried intimidating him. That didn't really work. We could. I mean, we could try to outrun him, or we could try to persuade him to not do that.
How far away from him are we?
I
within
think
30
a car,
feet, right?
a normal like train car from this time is only like 30 feet roughly. So like in a single round, because he's just getting up right now to leave, basically with the same kind of body language. You could get across this in in a matter of like 10 seconds roughly. It wouldn't be very hard.
Okay.
But he's closer to the back than we are.
Yeah, yeah, but I would say that
Okay.
if one of you were to go there now, you'd have time to like stop him. You don't have to worry about that per se.
Okay.
Cool. I look to the other two as if looking for approval.
Okay, I will walk to the far end and give the guy a look like with authority, and I'll be like, "We're here on official business, sir. You'll want to stay out of our way."
All right.
In that case, I'm gonna head over there with you and kind of just real nicely just kind of push him back down into his seat.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm headed back there with you guys. I've got all my military, like, back straight, shoulders back. Like, this is not something you need to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is I don't think is in the game, so but here's what we're gonna do. This is just kind of how it affects the scene. Because Az is very or Gary, excuse me, is very much trying to intimidate him, but Jeff is trying to persuade him to not do anything. Can I get an intimidation from Az and a persuade or I can't speak. Was right there in front of me. Hold up, everyone. I apologize. Yeah, a persuasion roll. Give me a persuasion roll, and then how you roll kind of picks how the scene goes.
Can I help with
Okay.
the persuade?
Could I keep my intimidation roll that I just rolled?
19.
I'll roll again.
I'll leave that. I'll leave that new roll there as.
All right, 16 for intimidation.
Okay.
I got a 7 for persuasion.
7 for persuasion. Okay. All right. Tess, if you want to assist, the way I'm going to try and do this is you could choose either to help intimidate or help persuade.
I'm gonna help persuade because I think in this moment the way that Ven's handling this is more of the like, don't worry about it.
All right, go ahead, and because you're assisting, first I need to know what you're saying, just because it's narrative, right? But that would give Susie advantage on the roll, so you can make another roll there, Jeff.
I just I put my shoulders back and I just keep walking with that air of authority, and I look over at him and I go, this is nothing you need to concern yourself with.
Okay, Jeff, you can go ahead and get that reroll, that advantage roll. So go ahead and
I rolled another 7.
I love it. All right, cool.
Sorry, I'm just so naturally intimidating.
You know.
We're already working great as a team.
All right,
Oh wait, I'm a folk hero. Does that help at all?
There's not a way I can give you double advantage. That's just not how it works, bud. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's not one like roll 3 d20. That's not really. I mean, I guess I could, but
Roll 10 d20.
just roll 10 d20. Yeah, I think the higher of the 5 rolls. No, sorry. You're with advantage still at 7, unfortunately. But I will say this at the moment, because as an intimidation roll, he does not like he's gonna get up from the seat anytime soon. I will say that. He's just like, okay, you know, I like this is a comfy chair. This is my new comfy chair. You all have a nice day on the thing you're doing that I don't need further information on. So yeah, yep. I'm staying here.
Yep, you have a nice day.
Okay, I open the door, step out into the midway area, whatever that's called. And then, is there a window? Can I see into the next car?
Yeah, very much imagine, like, it's very cowboy-esque, so everything is what you would imagine. So every train car has a window looking into the next one situation.
Anybody in there look official or bad guy-ish?
You will see a person in a uniform.
Okay, I'll stow my sickle and give you guys a look like, I don't know, what's a hand signal for cop? I'll point to my chest or whatever, make a star.
You do one of these.
And I'll do that, and then I'll point to you, Tess. Is it Ven?
Yeah.
I'll motion for you to go forward.
Okay. I want to cut just like half a foot of rope and kind of just lock the first cabin as we leave, just because, you know, we don't need him changing his mind. And then, I'm gonna put away my hoopok and my rapier, and I'm just gonna walk in very calmly. Just they don't need to know we came from the roof. That was the last car, so we're just walking through.
You want to know how we got here? That's the last car's issue, not yours. You're fine.
Yeah, no, we were in the last car. You just didn't see us get on. It's fine.
That's right.
Yep. So just going straight forward, trying my best not to look like we're worried about any of this, because as far as he's concerned, we are not.
All right.
I'll stay back about 10 feet with, what's your name, big man?
Gary.
Gary and I'll act like a couple, I guess.
Cute.
All right. As you are walking through, I'm gonna get the names here. There we go. Sorry about that. Ven, as you're walking through, the person in the uniform is gonna stand up from their chair and go, "Excuse me, can I see your ticket, please?"
Oh, I actually, I left my ticket back there in the next cabin.
Can I
But I can go grab it for you and bring back.
Can I get a deception roll for me, please?
You absolutely can. Don't know if it'll be good, but I'll get it for you. 18.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, yeah, if you could grab that, that would be great. Just to make sure that you're not. I'm not saying you're a stowaway, but we have to make sure you're not a stowaway.
I completely understand. Thank you so much for your work. I'm just going to go get that, and I'll come right back for you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
And
I'll
I'm just going to keep
say-
going. Yep.
What's your name again? Is it Ven?
Yep.
I'll say, Ven, can you grab ours too? And
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
kinda-
absolutely.
I'll pat my boyfriend's arm and give him a moony face.
Then
Gary is unmoving during this. Just so you know.
Now, I assume we have official orders that we could show too if we need to.
You would have like bounty work paper, but that's not a sign of authority. That's just like if a cop pulls you over, like, why are you roughhousing this guy? Is like, I have I have the right to do so. That's the
Sure.
sort of situation. But you're not like a cop. Can't be just like, abusing power or anything like that.
Also, if he's fair security, he doesn't care why we're there. He just cares that we didn't pay to be here.
Yeah. So you can't really like flash that per se, but if you get into a fight on the train with somebody and you flash that, it'll at least get you out of issues with the train, unless you start breaking things, that kind of thing. But yeah, and to the players there, I put the names of the characters incorrectly apparently in the Zoom chat there. But yeah, let's at least give you an idea of who's playing what. But yeah, so then you're gonna walk back to at least the connecting area between the two cars. I guarantee that there's somebody who's really into trains that is going to message us later. Is like, this is the actual name, and I'm sorry, person, I don't actually care what the name is between the two cars. Sorry. But yeah, so you're gonna go back there. Are you gonna actually go back into the car that you entered in from, or like, what's the plan?
Oh, I figure we're just right behind them, so we'll keep moving past this conductor to get to the next car where there supposedly are cabins.
All right. So you
And I will
proceed-
be doing the same thing and locking that door as well.
There you go. As you go to the next car, you will notice three things. First, can you get an inside check from everyone? Well, you notice two things, and you might have a third thing. The second one is that this is a dining car.
That's
I
a
rolled a
3 for
10.
me.
That's a 7.
Okay.
We noticed two things.
You notice two things. Actually, I'm going to give as one thing. With not providing a lot of detail, you got okay. You will notice that there are some people in here that might be considered more unsavory in comparison to the regular folk around here, right? They're just regular people. In this particular trade, you see people who are sort of not brandishing weapons around, but have weapons very visible. They're drinking in the middle of the day, which is not to judge people, but it's not something that people would normally do in that situation.
Mhm.
Or they look particularly gruff, scruffy is the word I was trying to think of. Excuse me. So
All
you
right.
will notice that there are some, in the room, and they're like four. There's only like 6 people in here. 4 of them seem to look along those kind of lines.
So upon noticing that, I'm gonna kind of move my coat so that my morning star is visible.
Mm-hmm. I dig it. I dig it. Susie and Ven, you will be noticing obviously that Gary is going to be revealing his morning star, like not to a particular person, but just in general.
Okay, I'll crouch in partial cover beside the door with my crossbow. And it's sort of lower, so it's not pointed at anyone, but
All right.
whenever he opens the door, I can cover. And I'll hold a shot in case someone comes at us violently.
Is this the red car or is this the one before? Is this one before it?
There's a couple before it. This one right here is
Okay.
this is the dining car
Okay.
right now.
But it seems like they are kind of our type of people, but in a way where they might be working for the other side or just also there.
Yeah, I would say that they are also vagabonds, so to speak, but they're more on the law is more of a suggestion rather than a requirement sort of thing.
Okay.
Um, and I will say this for now, they all did not notice you when you first walked in because it's just somebody walking through the car. But
Hmm.
as soon as Susie pulled out her crossbow, some of the guys
Oh,
are now staring at you.
this is before we get in. We're just looking through
Through
the
the
window.
window.
Oh, okay. My apologies, I misunderstood. But yeah, they are like you, but on the kind of like if there was a law, they're on the bad side of the law, if you will. You can kind of
Okay.
tell based off
Okay.
as would notice that based off the
My
instinct.
my just instinct is I was just revealing the Morning Star just to kind of show like, hey, I'm on the level. If you want a piece of this like 7-8 foot tall guy, I'll give it
Mhm.
to you.
Right.
But I'm working on a lot of intimidation right now. Like I intend to just pass through this car and not have a problem.
I hear you. So what basically is you're just trying to look the part of someone not to be fucked with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, go ahead, Ted. Go ahead, Tess.
I am going through the car mostly just acting, most not acting, but it just, this doesn't worry me. This is totally fine. I feel like, the more freaked out you look, the more they're gonna notice it, and so I'm just like walking through the car.
Yeah.
Kind of a, like you're supposed to be there type of situation.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I
Or
figure I'm a quick draw and I got Gary here, so I don't really have much to worry about.
that is fair. Susie, how are you getting into the situation?
I'm staying at the door, covering them. If anybody takes a swing at our people, I'm shooting them.
Okay. So this is gonna be. I'm gonna want two rolls as it is right now. In this case, Gary, this is gonna be a little against the rules, but give me an intimidation roll, and I want basically like, as you said, you're not someone to mess with.
Yeah.
And then from Ven, because you're trying to blend in more or less, like you're not someone who stands out. I need a performance roll from you.
Fair.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 21.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Nice. So yeah, between the intimidation, just like, yeah, this is just my everyday, surrounded by people who look like they probably would hurt me. They get past their car without incident there, Susie.
Okay, I'll sling the crossbow back and just walk down the length of the center aisle with my hands on the haft of my axe and sickle on my waist. And I won't look at any of them. I'll just go straight.
All right. If I can I also get a perform roll from you for also just trying to like blend in a little?
That's a big 3. And I am definitely walking slowly and holding an attack action if anybody tries to step.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this as nice as possible. You could not stand out any more than you would right now. You're just trying to. You clearly don't look like you belong here, and you are starting to capture the attention of some of the rough-looking men in the room, and they're staring at as you're going through this car. They clearly notice you. Basically, is what I'm saying. One of them is just like, "Aren't you a bit too clean to be here?"
I'll just walk right on by.
Hey, don't you ignore me. They're going to stand up and walk towards you.
Cool.
Are they
As soon as
behind
that
me in front?
As you walk past them, he's going to get up from his stool and walk to you to like turn you around, grab you by the shoulder.
I have been
Oh.
watching this happen, so as soon as he stands up, I'm gonna go. I'd sit down if I was you.
All right.
It's
Gary,
another
give me
intimidation.
Give me an intimidation roll. The DC is going to be a little high, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Can I help by silencing up and just probably put a hand on one of my weapons.
Yeah, that's fine. As you're gonna get advantage for the help from
Great.
Ved.
We're gonna take the 17.
Sounds right.
Okay. All right, with that 17, he's just gonna look at you. Is like, who the hell are you? You now caught their attention. They were on Susie, and now they're all staring at you.
Okay. I'd sit down if I were you. Who the hell are you? All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna take a step forward and draw the Morning Star.
Okay. Are you attempting to re-intimidate, or are you going for combat here?
Is there anyone who would be within combat range for me?
Yeah, the guy that you were talking to who confronted Susie.
You know what? Rather than Morning Star, I'm gonna unarmed strike him.
Fair.
Okay. I'll trade it as a surprise round. Wait for Jeff to get back before we conclude it, but both Tess and Az, you can go ahead and use the surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I know what you're doing, Gary. Give me an attack roll.
How do I do an unarmed strike attack?
Unarmed strike, you have a +6 to hit and just 5 bludgeoning damage is what it shows here on your character sheet.
+6 to hit, so...
Sorry, I had to go take care of some business. Has someone attacked us?
Quite.
So, somebody stood up behind you, and I said, you'd best sit down, and he said, who the hell are you? So I'm going to unarmed strike him.
Oh, okay. Because I was holding an attack action if somebody stepped to me. I don't know if this counts.
I mean, if you want to use this as an opportunity to take a surprise round, I'm giving everyone a surprise round.
Okay, great. So I'm hooking his leg with a hand axe and then yanking his knee with my sickle. I'm trying to do unarmed damage. I don't know if that is an attack or a grapple.
Okay, so if you're trying to do an unarmed damage, you're not trying to trip, though, right? Just want to make sure, because that's...
Yeah.
Non-lethal?
Trip. It's a trip, right?
Oh, trip? Yeah, okay. So for that, go ahead and give me an attack roll, and we treat that as a trip attack. And then, there we go. And then, Ven, are you doing anything in this situation?
I'm trying to decide if I want to also hit him or if at this point, because if he's already prone, I feel like I might want to just run in and, because it's a, would it be, I kind of just want to do another intimidation check of being like, we're just trying to get through here. Does that sound all right with you?
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Gary and Susie, roll your attack rolls. So
I got a
conclude
17.
based off of that.
Okay, so forgive me because I'm still fairly new to D&D. I don't have anything to roll on here. It just says 5 bludgeoning on my character sheet. I'm rolling off of D&D Beyond, by the way.
Okay, so
right.
you probably don't have your weapons equipped.
I do have my weapons equipped, yeah, but I'm doing an
Strange.
unarmed strike.
So what you do in this case, it says, so striking does like 1 point of damage, and then you have 1 point of damage, unless you're a monk, obviously, and then you have a +4 to your strength. So what you would do in this case is you would roll your unarmed strike, which you have a +6 to hit from your proficiency bonus and your strength. So go ahead and roll your DG20, add +6, and then if you hit, you do 5 damage.
Got
and I
it.
was going to say you might want to do subdual damage until they do deadly force. It's up to
Then
you.
yes, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
that's-
just rolling a d20. And then adding 6 to that, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so 10.
All
Wait,
right.
I think you only add 4 to it. It's just your strength bonus.
He's doing it on. Gary's doing an unarmed strike in this case, so it'd be proficiency bonus plus strength modifier. And at first level,
I
it's
thought it was
+2.
just I thought it was just 1 plus your strength.
No, it's so yeah. Unfortunately, as you do not hit, you go to punch him, he does move out of the way, but at that moment, as a good distraction, Susie managed to like trip him up onto the ground. Now, Tess, I know you're trying to intimidate. You can go ahead and do an intimidation roll with advantage because Fool just got thrown to the ground.
Yeah. Okay. That's a double 7.
Okay. At that moment, after being tossed on the ground and not intimidated enough to want to give up, initiative is going to go ahead and start.
Yeah, that's fair.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring up an initiative tracker.
I got a 7.
I got a
Yeah, everyone
21.
Ooh, I got a 13.
Okay, so 21 from Az, 13 from Tess,
One
and
away
a
from all
7.
multiples.
You got a 7. Oh, that's true. You got a 7 from 7. Is that right, Jeff?
That's right.
All right, so 1 second. All right. So the top of the initiative is Az.
Cool.
All right. What are you gonna do there?
So who all is involved in this? Is it just the one guy who's now on the floor?
At the moment in which, after the guy gets dumped on the ground, the 4 people that were hanging around the bar suddenly stand up and draw their weapons at you.
Okay. Then I think, yeah, at this point I'm taking out the should I take out the Warhammer or the Morning Star? What do we think?
It's up to you.
Gang, Jeff, Tess, what do we think? What does this situation call for?
I mean, Morningstar does more damage, right?
And you already had it out.
Then
That's
yeah.
true.
All right, Morning Star then.
All right.
I guess subdual damage is no longer important here.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. You're gonna add +6 to your roll.
Gotcha. That is 18.
You hit. Roll damage. 1d8 + 4.
Oh, crap. I'm doing this wrong. Hang on. I just realized how to do this. It wasn't an 18, it was a 12. I rolled the correct thing this time. Does that still hit?
It does not hit.
Okay, then.
So you swing with your Morning Star. You manage to dodge out of the way at the last moment. Next up on the initiative is going to be the guy who you just tried to hit. He's going to come at you with a hand axe. All right. And your armor class.
Oh, wait a second.
Does he have to use his action to get up?
Did Az get advantage because he was on the ground?
That's a good point. Actually, you don't, because he's on the ground, he doesn't get advantage. You just hit and you crit. So just roll damage.
Okay. That's 9.
Is that 9 base before crit damage?
What is crit damage? I'm sorry.
×2. No, you're good. ×2.
Oh, so my base roll was just a 9, so then ×2 is 18.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so he's on the ground after the others get up to, help their friend. And you just like whip out your Morning Star and just like slam it directly onto him onto the ground. And yeah, you managed to kill the guy. He's currently dead.
Cool. So as soon as that man is dead, I just kind of hold that position and I just slowly turn and look at everybody at the bar.
All right. On your next turn, you'll have advantage if you want to do an intimidation roll.
Cool, excellent.
All right. That one's dead. Let's see. The next one is one of the guys in the cart. Let's see if he's gonna attack anyone. He's not been intimidated. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and swing a hand axe at you.
And me?
And boy, does he! Yes,
Okay.
but don't worry, because before bonuses, he rolled a 6, and there's not enough bonuses in the world for level 1 NPC for them to hit. So you're fine. Next up on the list, Tess.
Well, that guy went after Gary, so I'm going after him. Let's see. How close to me is he?
He's right in front of Gary right now, and you are standing next to Gary, or standing at least within a few feet. So yeah, it wouldn't be very hard for you to.
Sweet. I'm going at him with my rapier.
All right, roll to hit.
A 16.
Yes, that does hit. Also, quick shout out, hello to Awesome Kick-Ass or AK in chat.
Hi, Walter.
Hey, AK. He's currently lurking.
Thanks for the lurk.
Thanks.
But yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
3 damage. I rolled a 1.
It's all good. All right,
it's
next
3
up
damage
is Jeff.
he didn't have before.
Exactly.
I kind of want to disengage and run, but y'all
That's fair.
haven't, so. How many people are directly next to me?
There is one person not engaged in the fight, like sitting in a chair near you within like 10 feet.
But not close enough so that I'd have to disengage. Cool. So
yeah,
I will walk to the end of the car, open the door, slide through. Does that take my action to open the door and all that?
Direction.
Yeah, I would say that's probably going to take up your movement, obviously, and then let's say bonus action.
Cool.
So you still have like an action.
So then I kind of peek out and shoot the next person.
You also have partial cover, which means they have disadvantage against hitting you. Go ahead and roll the hit.
That's a 12.
You missed. So close. Next up is one of the guys at the back end of the train. He's gonna come up and run towards Ven and take a swing.
Okay.
He's got to do what he's got to do.
And he misses. He comes out. He comes with his own hand axe and rolled a 14. He just barely misses you. All right. Top of the initiative is back to Az.
All right. So first things first is I want to do that intimidation check
With
'cause
advantage.
with advantage. Yes.
That will be a bonus action, by the way. Just to let you know.
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna say, now I told everyone to remain seated.
All right.
So
Go ahead
first
and
roll there is an 18. Second roll there is a 23. So
all
Turns
right.
out smashing a dude in one hit will help.
So I'm gonna say this: the guy that swung at Tess, he like ran over to like swiped at her, and then you said that, and it's just like he just sits back down. For the one that has already been hit by Tess, he has intimidation, so he's gonna have disadvantage about attacking you specifically. You do still have a movement and and an action you can do. Excuse me.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take a Morningstar swing at that one.
Okay, roll the hit.
That will be 16.
You hit. Roll damage.
We're gonna go for another 9 on that.
All right. He is not looking good right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking very bad after that hit. After you just like swing and hit him with it, he's just standing there. He's like leaning against the bar. He's like, you know what? I don't really care who you are anymore. You folks have a nice day. That's just
Damn right.
bleeding from his chest a bit.
Yeah. Are we out of combat then? Or is there one more?
So it is up to you. Technically, combat can be over, but if you choose that you do not want to go any further with combat, it can just be over. But if you want to proceed with combat, you can.
Oh, if they're disengaged, I'm done.
Okay, yeah, they're down. One guy is just like, I'm gonna be over here, and he's gonna take a shot of whiskey off the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So before we leave this train car, I'm assuming there's windows in this train car, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go over and open one of them and toss the crumpled body of the one bandit out the window.
Oh,
Nobody
I
will
was about to
crime.
say, if there's a doctor in this car, this is about the time when you want to take a look at that poor man.
I gotta ask Susie, did you say that?
Yeah, I'll say that as he's like picking
He's
up the
being
guy.
hefted.
One of the people who was not fighting was like, I'm a doctor of philosophy.
I'm gonna just nod and throw the body out the window.
All right.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you all today.
Bandit
You
puzzle?
all have solved my dining room card puzzle.
Cool.
So let's cut to the landing where we're tying up
Alright.
that door too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was
Sounds
gonna
about right.
like preface this real quick and say that when you were all about to do this mission, you just bought like a shit ton of rope.
I think we all
I have
rope
50.
in our packs.
I got 50 feet.
There you go. All right. I'm presuming you're going to go into the next car, right? Or you're going to keep going down the
Same
car.
deal. We look through the
Yeah,
window.
we would check in, do some
Do a
recon.
quick insight check.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you proceed forward, there in the
Ooh,
next
I got
car
a
you're going to
nat
be fine. There's
20
no
on
one
my-
there.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, there's no one there. Never mind.
Well,
Save
I
it
was
for the
saying,
next car.
no one of concern for this situation. There will be people in the car, but none like a secretly tough guy or anything like that. You're good.
Oh, and none
Uh,
of us got hurt, so none of us are bleeding. We look great.
Yeah, except for the blood on your on your clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Details. Who doesn't bleed a little in the West?
I spilled barbecue sauce in the dining car.
Hold up. That's a clip.
So is this a cabin
Oh.
car, or are we walking past people's doors?
Yeah, it's a cabin. You know that this is not a long-term car. And hold on, I need to switch this up because it still says Tales from the Z Files. Whoops.
Oopsies.
Oopsies.
I figure I peek in the door windows as we go by.
1 second. And for lack of a better name, I'm going to call this season Wayward Vagabond until we think of something better. There we go.
Yeah.
1 second, actually. There we go. As you proceed in this car, no one's going to be of note of this particular case. It's just like a normal sitting car. People are waiting to get to their next stop.
All right.
However, when you get to the following car, I'm going to need perception rolls, the DC will be pretty low. The good news.
So before we get to the next window, or like as we get there?
Like as you get to the window of the next car to do what you've been doing, between
Yeah.
cars.
I got a 16.
Got a
All right.
7.
I got an 8.
As you just scrape by on that one, it would have been funny if you had rolled like a 5 or below. In the next car, you're gonna notice two things. One is empty except for 2 people. One of which is a tall, well-dressed minotaur, and a gentleman in a dapper hat.
Okay.
All right.
That's what.
They're in the hall ahead of us.
They're in the train car, and they're just kind of sitting around in one of the, I guess, pews is the word I want to use here. They're basically just
Okay,
sitting
so
down in the
it's
chair.
General seating.
Yeah, it's
Um,
general seating.
Can I do an insight check on these two gents?
Yeah, go ahead.
I get plus something for this. +3 for my favored enemy. I think that's right. Or is it advantage?
Yeah, they're humanoid.
I have advantage on wisdom checks. Or is that favorite terrain? I get intelligence checks to recall information about minotaurs and whatever the other guy is.
Okay.
So, but for my wisdom check, I got a natural 1.
Yay!
Well, I got bad news for you.
These are just ordinary NPCs, no big deal.
Exactly. These are just normal people going about their day, minding their own business. One is clearly too big to be in one of these cars.
I found it. I have advantage on wisdom checks involving these cats.
Oh, sweet.
So that's
But-
a 19.
Oh,
real-
big difference.
Yeah, let's take
yeah,
that one.
there you go. Real quick, Jeff, you're coming in just a little tinny on my side. Is that is
little
it coming?
tinny?
Yeah. Is that true for you two as well, or is that my audio?
Just a skosh.
Checkity check. Check.
Might want to check the back of your connection there on the mic.
Check. It's my mic, you think?
Oh, that sounded okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not pretty good.
I turned the treble down a little bit.
All right. With that 19, you're gonna notice that they look like they're ready for anything to happen at this moment. They're ready for a fight, basically.
Okay.
No sign of like sheriff stars or anything.
Nope. Actually, quite the opposite. Much like the couple cars ago, they look like they're on the other side of the law.
Classic banditos. I'll say, this is it. As soon as I open this door, the fight begins. Or actually, I'll have one of you open the door so I can just take my shot.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll open the door, considering I'm just a wall of a man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's take a quick 5-minute break. Let everyone use the bathroom. Get collected. I'll switch over some laundry. So we'll be back in like 5 minutes, and we'll keep going as it is.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Ciao. are back on the air. Dean has
Sweet.
an invisible cup.
Oh.
I'm currently
Spooky.
biting the desert. So it's great. Get that.
Oh shit.
wait.
That's. Hold on. I'll do a.
It's a reverse
screenshot.
oasis where it seems like there's not water, but there is.
Okay, ready, get set. Got it.
All
That's
right,
awesome.
fantastic. Love it.
Green screen pizza, everyone.
All right. So you burst the door real quick. I do want to give a quick shout out. JJ has followed us on Twitch. Thank you, JJ, for following us. Also, I am a wizard. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so you burst through the door open as the two men are standing there or sitting there in their chairs, and then they both just happen to stare at you, but they haven't gotten up from their chairs. They're just kind of looking at you like, what's going on?
And I shoot
Which one?
the Minotaur.
Fair.
All right, roll the hit.
That'll be a 9.
Okay, so you go to shoot the Minotaur. You pull out your crossbow, right? You take a shot at the Minotaur, and it misses, like sinks into the seat next to it, and it just stares at it and stares back at you. And now we have initiative, unless you two have one thing you want to do on your surprise round.
You want to?
Hmm.
I'll also roll to hit, but you can go
Could
first
I-
since you were the one on the door.
Could I get within combat range of them with my movement?
You can get within combat range of one of them.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and try and get a surprise attack off on this Minotaur
All right. Go ahead and roll the hit.
with the Morning Star. Oh, that's not going to work. That's an 8.
All right. After
Ooh, inspiration.
he,
Use your yeehaw.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get to use your
If there's ever
you
a
get
time,
to use your, you get to use your yeehaw. And I will
Uh-huh.
say, canonically, you have to yell yeehaw before you. I'm joking. Don't do that.
in this it
Yeehaw.
would be fair though. In this
Yeah.
instance,
I will say your character will say that, but you don't have to say yeehaw.
Yeah, he's going to say he's kind of reserved, so he'll say yeehaw.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with that, you get to re-roll that d20.
All right. Hey, bad news, gang. I rolled a 1 on that, so that's a 7.
All right. So
And then I was
No,
also
go
gonna
ahead.
do something surprise round.
no, go ahead.
I will try to hit him with my hoopback.
All right, roll the hit.
That's where you like wing a sling stone at him.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, is that a nat 20 or a 20?
No, it is
altogether?
not a nat 20.
Okay.
I wish
I'm like-
it was. That would be more fun.
I'm gonna call that a dirty 20 to make things less confusing. So
Yeah,
a dirty
oh,
20.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So your dirty 20. That does hit though. Good news.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I'd be really upset if it didn't hit. We are level 1. That's 5 damage.
All right. Real quick, just because I wanted to make sure that our audience was appreciated. Quick shout to Mad King in chat. Hi, Mad King. You
Mad
said
King.
how much damage?
5.
All right. Give me just one
500.
second.
Yep, that's what the 1d4 plus 2 was. 500.
Sorry, gang. He has 1,000.
No!
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and just explain this real quick. At this moment, Susie pulls out her crossbow, takes a shot at the Minotaur, sinks into the seat next to him. He's gonna look at the bolt, look back just in time for Gary to swing his Morning Star, and he just barely misses. But at that moment, Ven pulls out his whip pack and just like slings a rock straight at him. pelts him in the chest, and he just stands back and goes, "What just happened?" Uh, and then combat's gonna go ahead and start. Can I get initiative from everyone? Real quick, give
I'm
me 1 second to do theirs.
I'm rolling really good on initiative.
The game wants you to go do well.
Yeah, I got 19 for initiative.
Give me
I got an 18.
Yay!
Hey, I got a 20.
Wow. Wow.
Wow!
Maybe we'll get the jump on these clowns.
Yeah.
Do y'all need me to go in with you, or can I stay back here and shoot?
I think that if that's your strong suit, that's probably the best for you to do.
Cool.
Okay, real quick. Can I get the initiative from Ven starting off with?
18.
All right, Susie,
20.
Gary.
19.
Wow, everyone did really well.
Yeah.
Are either of these guys orcs?
Neither of them are orc. No. And give me just 1 second. I got like a million tabs. This is the downside to DMing this game is that it has like a million tabs that are required. If my mouse does not move everything everywhere all at once, and not in a cool cinematic kind of way, it keeps moving my tabs around. There we go.
Not in like a heartwarming mother-daughter story kind of way.
No, more like it keeps scrolling my page against my will over and over and over downwards. I need to buy a new mouse. If you like what you saw here, please follow and like and subscribe on YouTube so that maybe we can get mouses that don't betray us.
That's right. That's youtube.com/omniversal escapades.
One follow equals one mice.
I wish that was how it worked.
Right? Oh. There we go.
I'm trying to think of what stuff we could do while Dean looks at rules. Like, if it wasn't a combat situation, we could just bullshit.
Mhm.
I've got it down. We're good. 1, 2. Oh, wait. No, I'm off by 1. Who am I forgetting?
I look at the Minotaur and I say, "You come here often?"
Okay, I got it. All right, so at the top of the initiative, the man, not the Minotaur, is going to stand up and point a finger at Gary and is going to say something in a language you don't understand as it's going to light up and a beam of ice is going to shoot at you.
It's not very nice.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, but I also have a resistance to cold.
Okay, cool. You take half damage then. Well, take 1 point of damage.
Yes.
Because I rolled a 2. So it blasts you into the chest, and you just kind of like shrug it off for the most part. It does hurt a little. At the next round of initiative is going to be Susie. You're up.
I will fire at the wizard.
All right, roll the hit.
Dirty 20.
You hit. Roll damage.
Okay, how much damage is a crossbow? It's not.
It actually
disappeared from my sheet for some reason.
Your crossbow does 1d10 plus 3.
1d10.
Yep, you got a heavy crossbow.
Nice.
Okay, that's 11 plus 2 for my favorite enemy. That's 13.
That's pretty good. Wow. All right, 1 second.
Surely that wizard is no more.
Oh no, he's still standing. He's not looking good, but he's standing. All right, next up in the initiative is the Minotaur. The Minotaur is gonna stand up and take a swing at Gary with a battle axe.
Okay. That's
Good
not very
news.
nice.
No, it's not very nice. Good news though, the battle axe is too big for the train car, so I'm gonna give him a disadvantage. Because spaces are a thing, and I feel like some DMs ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not positive about this yet. 1 second. I don't think an 11 hits. I think you're fine.
It does not.
Yeah. All right, you're doing fine. You know, he comes at you with his battle axe, and he whiffs at you. Manages to just barely not sink it into the metal of the train car. Next up on the initiative is Gary.
It's me. It's my
It's you.
turn.
Get him, Gary.
Yeah, so he attempted to swing an axe up at me, and in response, I'm gonna bring a Morning Star down on him.
Sounds good. Roll to hit.
Where's that button? Does a 19 hit?
Yes. Yes, the
Okay.
19 hits. Yeah.
Cool.
You
Dude,
got
I
it.
forgot to mention with my bonus action, I just turned back against the outside of the car and reloaded my crossbow,
Okay.
so I'm hidden.
Yeah, you got just treat that as yeah, you're good.
The hide.
And you've got
Is the hide the bonus action? Oh no, I'm not a rogue, so it's not a hide, but I'm out of sight anyway.
right. You've also got full coverage, so they can't hit you unless they were to use magical means or whatever. So,
Mhm.
you're good.
I rolled damage with my Morning Star. It was an 11.
Oh wow, nice. All right. You sink the spikes into him, and he does look hurt, but he's still raring to go. Next up on the initiative here is Ven.
I am going to, with my rapier, go to the wizard and try to hit him.
All right, roll to hit.
It's a 9.
Yeah, you do miss.
Yeah.
So, that'd be a wild AC if I was like, nope, you got him 9. That did it.
Wild,
Yeah.
Wild West.
Wild West. Wiki. Wild West.
Desperado. No, you don't want nada.
um, top of the order. So it's the guy who, yeah, the wizard. He's gonna place his hands on his lower chest, and like a magical barrier is gonna form around him in general. And then he's going to disengage from. I just had the thing right here. Pardon me. This is gonna disengage from Ven. Excuse me. That's gonna be their bonus action.
Then closed with him.
Yeah,
Ven,
I've got to be within 5 feet to run at him with my rapier.
yeah.
So he's gonna
And then
disengage and split.
yeah, like he's not leaving the cart, but he's leaving the direct combat basically.
Can I
Turn.
can I just take a quick I don't know if this would count as a bonus action, but I just want to yell out Susie and point at the wizard.
Hell yeah.
There you go. No, that's fine. Speaking is a free action. You're good.
Cool. Susie.
Is he out in the open, or does he hide behind a pew or something?
He's out in the open.
Hell yeah.
He's taking-
going
he's-
down.
Next up at the is it's Susie actually. Susie, you're up.
All right, I'll step back into the doorway and take that wizard out.
All right, roll the hit.
22.
Ooh,
Very nice.
a chunky roll.
Ah, bad roll. It's 4 plus 2 is 6.
Okay. So you sink a bolt into him. He is not looking good. Like he's barely standing as it is.
Okay, and I'll step back into cover.
All right. Next up in the initiative is the Minotaur. The Minotaur is going to disengage from Gary and kind of take a defensive position in front of the wizard. And that's his. So to get at this point to get to the wizard, the idea is you have to find a way either around the Minotaur or go through him. And if it, so that'll be his turn. Next up is going to be Gary.
Cool.
Can you
I'll come at him
jump-
with the Morning Star again.
Could you jump on pews and get around the guy? Theoretically, I'm asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Is that friend Jeff?
Is the friend in the room with us right now?
No, you don't
Yeah.
know.
Is the friend speaking to you right now? Do you hear the friend? Jeff, I'm gonna tell you the classic DM thing. You could certainly try.
Yes. Okay.
I probably couldn't because I'm 8 feet tall, but
You'd hit your head.
I feel
Yeah.
like you would hit your head.
yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and take another swang at that Minotaur.
All right, roll the hit.
Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Cool. All right.
All right, next to the initiative is Ven.
I want to complete cover. The train is probably what, 10 feet wide?
Yeah, about 10 feet wide.
Okay, so even if I went over to the wall, I would not be able to hit the wizard from where I'm standing.
No, you could try and go from pew to pew, but unless you're doing some kind of check, it'd be rough terrain, cutting your speed down by a third.
Yeah.
Or down to a third, excuse me.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go for the Minotaur, you know?
All right,
Do you have
roll
a
the hit.
hoop pack?
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Okay, yeah.
You could step to the side and wing a stone at the guy. At the
Yeah,
wizard.
that's what I was asking, is if I if I can get a shot at the wizard from
yeah.
the wall.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I was thinking from a mid range. Yeah, if you want to bring it, if you want to step on one of the stools and hit it, or not stools, but
Yeah.
the seat, and hit with the whip back you can.
The fun thing is, it doesn't work this time, but it's good to know for next time. That's an 8 to hit.
Yeah.
As you sling the rock at him, it bounces off the magical barrier that's surrounding him currently.
Okay, well,
What is the thing called that you throw the rocks out of?
hoopok. It's like a big old slingshot,
Okay. So
like a
what?
staff.
So it doesn't rhyme with balls like I was hoping it would, because you took a shot from the wind to the wizard from the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
to the rock
fling
drop
your-
out my hoopok. Yeah,
Yeah.
right, but she is letting
all
out a
these
ca-
wizards fall except for not
Yeah.
this run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in fairness though, she is letting out a can of whoopback. So.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
Goddamn.
Anyway,
It is the wizard's turn. He's gonna point both of his hand, finger gun style, at Ven, and is going to fire off blasts. And they are going to do 6 points of damage as they hit you directly.
yeah. I thought that I had resistance against magic. That is not true. I just have advantage on checks against magic. So, anyway, sweet.
All right. Next up in the order is going to be right there. It's going to be Susie.
Can I dash around them, jump over pews, and get between the wizard and the back door?
So in order to change the position and with the rough terrain that is going on right now, rough terrain getting around them, which would be going over the pews that I keep, pews, whatever you want to call them, it is considered rough terrain. So walking through them would be reduced down to their speed. But if you wanted to do an agility check, you can kind of get that jump from pew to pew. But that would be a stand.
That's what I'm looking for.
But that would be an
go that way. I could get 70 feet. Otherwise, I can only get 35.
You can do that, but it would take an action. Just let you know.
That's my action.
All right, go
but
ahead.
Because I can't disengage, I think the Minotaur will get a shot at me.
If you're trying to bypass it, yeah, then yeah, we'll get a shot at you. Go ahead and start with the agility roll
Okay, that's
or acrobatics.
16.
You do manage to get it. You're jumping from you jump onto one of the pews and start moving pew to pew, pew pew pew. Uh, like something out of like a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon situation. I like it. But the Minotaur will get an attack at you. Swing. It does have disadvantage though because once again, battle axe and a train card.
Dean totally just disappeared. It was
that was
good.
crazy.
Well, before bonuses, he rolled a 2, so I think you're good.
Cool. So I'm bouncing from chair to chair, and I kind of like do this cool slow motion slide along the window. This axe just barely misses me.
Yep.
And then I land between the wizard and the door, so hopefully he can't get past me.
All right. Next up in the initiative is the Minotaur, who is going to try once more to hit Gary.
Shit.
Still has disadvantage though. Oh boy, that's an 18 or a 16 before bonuses. Well, obviously the 16. And then with the bonus, he will hit for 20. Oh, he rolled a dirty 20 against you.
Okay, that hits.
There you go. Uh, 10 points of damage.
Okay. I'm looking very bad. Wait, actually, hang on a second. As a reaction, I can reduce damage dealt to me by 1d12 plus 2 once per short rest.
Nice. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll that d12.
All right, so I rolled 1d12 plus 2. I got 5.
Okay.
So I actually
Half
have.
damage.
So, all right, we're going to take 5 damage. Okay, that's a little better. And let me mark that off.
That's good. That's good. It's not as bad as it was.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So he comes down with his axe. He like hits you in the shoulder there. You manage to like shrug some of it off. It still really hurts.
He catches my stone skin at the wrong angle.
Your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'll take another swing at him. Why not?
And then it's your turn.
Let's see.
Roll the hit.
11. Probably not.
It does not hit.
Okay, cool.
All right. Next up on the initiative is Ven.
I'm gonna get another rock at the Minotaur.
All right, roll the hit.
18?
And that does hit. You've been just nailing people with these rocks.
What can I say? I love a slingshot. That's 5 damage.
And that was at the Minotaur, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't let the sounds of the fire stations.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. That's not your fault. I was making a joke about it. All right. All right, the Minotaur is not looking good after that one. Like it hits him in the head, and he's like trying to shrug it off, but blood is kind of pouring over his eyes a little. And then top of the initiative, it's going to be the wizard's turn, and the wizard is going to take a shot at Susie by doing like a finger gun, and then rolling to hit. It's a 15 hit.
Just barely.
All right. You're going to take 1 point of damage. I rolled a 1 on the d6. Take 1 point of damage.
Is that my first point of damage?
I believe so, yeah.
Cool.
Also, am I hearing music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned it back on. Should I turn it
Oh,
off?
no, you're good. I just want to make sure that wasn't like going crazy or something.
I realized I had it off when we came back from the break.
All right. Next up on the list is Susie. You just got pelted with ice, basically.
Shit. I kind of want to keep this guy alive. I'll draw my axe and sickle and go to work on him.
All right.
Is he right next to me, or I guess I have to close with him and leave?
Yeah, you would have to close the distance, but you can do that as a move action. You're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I run up and take a swing.
Hey, roll the hit.
For some reason, it's not giving me proficiency on this.
You do not have proficiency on the second attack because you're dual wielding.
Oh, I'm talking
man.
about just in general. My hand axe and is only +1, but I'm trained in martial weapons and simple weapons, so shouldn't that? Is a hand axe not included?
Hand axe says it's only a +1 to hit, so it looks like it's.
Oh, they both say they're simple, so they both should be able to use my proficiency bonus. Oh, it's because my strength is bad. Never mind. Can I attack with them using my dex bonus because they're light weapons?
Now you can look up a roll quick. I'm pretty sure that you have to take it as an ability. No, wait, hold up. No, I'm wrong.
Finesse.
Give me just 1 second. Because I haven't. I'm going off of 3.5 rolls, so things have changed in 5th edition. And in this case, I do think player's handbooks are always so useful. I'm just gonna make a call, and then if I need to correct it, I will. They're light weapons, so you can use your dexterity bonus instead of your strength bonus.
Okay, some things are saying because of its shape, it's not considered a finesse weapon. Like a rapier is more finesse. But
I'll say that for the sickle can be a finesse weapon in this case.
So I'll use that one first. Ah, that's a natural 20, baby.
All
Nice.
right. Roll the damage die twice.
And this is subdual damage.
Okay.
So 4, 6 minus 1 is 5, but then I get +2 for favored enemy, so 7 damage.
All right. Since you're aiming to subdue him, not kill him, the enemy he's gonna drop to the ground unconscious.
Cool.
So,
It's not unconscious. I roll onto him as he goes down, and I'm holding the sickle to his throat, and I give him like a slow shake of the head.
okay. All right. So he's effectively out of the combat. Next up on the list is the Minotaur, who is not happy about his friend being on the situation, so he's gonna take a swing at Susie. With disadvantage still, once again, because it's bases.
You don't want to do that, sugar. He's going to get his friend's throat cut.
I like the desert. Purple desert, right?
I gave up my bonus weapon attack because I was like, in hopes he wouldn't, but no, he did.
So, now I'm stuck because thematically this should be cool, but I don't want to force y'all to do this. So with this disadvantage, he rolled a 1 for 4 bonuses. Now, technically, the critical failure just means he doesn't hit. There's no way around it, right? But the thematic aspect is something terrible happens to him. but I don't want to hold you all to that same standard, so I'm not sure how I want to do this.
You could just say it sticks in the back of the chair and he has to yank it
Yeah.
out or something. Looks
All right, so
embarrassed.
here's what he has to do. He like rears back with his axe to like hit you and like hits it and it digs into the roof. So on his next turn, he has to spend an action pulling it out of the roof of the car.
Cool.
Next up on the list is Gary.
Cool. I guess I'll do all I can to try and hit him one more time.
There you go. Roll the hit.
Let's see. How's a 23 sound?
Oh, you missed it by 1 point.
Damn.
You're so close. No, yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
That is going to be 7 damage.
Okay. The Minotaur is not looking great right now. Like he's just kind of barely standing on his hooves, so to speak.
All right then. I look
Give
at
it
him
up
and I
or
say,
it's over, buddy. For you and your friend.
stand down.
And he's gonna look at you in a very hoarse voice. He's going, I'm not giving up the kind of money I can get for that.
Tragic.
Choosing money over his life.
Next up on the list is Ven.
Yeah, I'm going in with my rapier for the Minotaur.
Yeah, roll the hit.
It's a 15.
You hit.
Sweet.
Roll damage.
8.
All right, now I had to ask real quick. Are you wanting to just subdue the Minotaur, or are you just aiming to do what needs to be done, sort of situation?
I kind of want to. If I can, I just want him unconscious because, he is technically just here to get money, and none of us are dead. If one of us had gotten seriously injured, I'd be like, let's kill him. But like, I feel like we can just leave him locked in here.
All right. You do take your rapier, you like jab it at him, and he stabs in his side, and it's like, I avoided bullfighting for this exact reason. And he's just gonna take a knee and like, just do what you gotta do.
I just feel like maybe next time he'll make better choices when somebody offers him an out.
Not everyone makes the good, smart choices, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, he's kneeling. He's effectively out of combat at this moment. And unless you all want to do anything else, initiative is done.
Sweet.
Okay, I'll lean down in the wizard's face and I'll be like, who's guarding the scepter? How many?
10.
Is he telling the truth?
Give me an insight roll.
I get advantage. So it's a 21.
He's lying through his teeth. That is not 10 people.
I cut his throat. He's now dead.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Damn.
I'll move up to the next guy. How many?
like 3.
I'm like itching to do another cut, and I'm like, thanks. And then I'll say, anybody else got any questions?
Yeah, what's the best way to diversify my portfolio? I feel like I'm about to have the quite opposite of a windfall in the near future. So I would like to find, alternative means of wealth.
Let's all just back out of this car and
Yeah, I'm kind of done in here.
All right.
I hope
So
it
you're gonna
isn't evil to kill that guy, but I did say, we're in charge.
Yeah.
and-
I'm gonna be
We'll
a
give him
little
every
say.
chance.
Yeah, I'll say it's a little grayer. If you were
Oh,
like
actually, let's just say I bonked him real hard on the head to take him down.
all right. I was just gonna say it's like you're not a paladin, so it's so fine. Like if you're a paladin of like the oath of whatever. I can't remember the Oath of Heroes or whatever it is. Like, all right, that's skewing the line, but you're not. You're good. Like,
Okay.
if you want to say you killed them, you did. If you don't, you don't. I'll allow it.
No, I just bonked him real hard on the head.
Sweet.
All
Hopefully
right.
he's out of the fight.
I'm tying this door with double the amount of rope. I don't want to have to deal with them again.
It's Minotaur strength.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So there is. You will notice from this side of the car, when looking inwards, that this one is empty, but the car at the other end is the red car.
Okay.
I'll just give that a moment.
I'm gonna go up top.
I'm going to need an athletics check from you.
Acrobatics work?
The issue with that is the idea of acrobatics is you're jumping up there, and you're moving at a high enough. Yeah, and you're moving at a high enough speeds that if you tried jumping up there, the wind would probably knock you around. So that's why it's athletics.
Can I do
So
a
we're
slow
scrambling.
climb up the ladder?
Yeah, you know what? I'll phase a. What's that thing my coworker said? I'll manifest. The one time this will actually work. Manifest a ladder there that you can use that to don't just to get it past the athletics check.
Okay, cool. So I slowly climb up, and then I hug the ground and
All right.
inch my way across the car.
What is Gary and Ven doing?
I don't love that it's just a purely empty car. I'm also gonna go up top. I got a low center of gravity, and I'll just kind of make my way across the top.
Can I do like any kind of check on the car itself? Like to sense danger?
Give me a perception,
Okay.
because that way you can like see if there's anything there, basically.
11.
So you're not going to see a lot of details, but you'll see movement in the red car, and that could theoretically, given what you've been told, be danger.
Okay. And the car the car that we're climbing onto right now is not the red car, correct?
No, it's the car. It's the next car and then the car after. Basically, you could see the red car from the window between the two cars.
Okay.
It's another of these general seating cars.
Yeah, it's a general seating car, and you see the red car behind this one.
Yeah,
I
so
just
apart from
realized
anything
that
hidden, it's...
we could solve ourselves some problems by uncoupling
I was thinking
these
that, yeah.
cars from the front of the train. That might be
That's
something
true.
you're strong enough to do.
Yeah, why not? I'll try and do that.
All right, so I gotta ask, what's the plan?
I'm gonna make sure that I'm solidly on the car that the other two are currently climbing on top of, and then attempt to uncouple this train car.
All right. Given the situation, I'm going to say it's going to require a strength saving throw, which
Okay.
luckily you do have as one of your saves, so you do get to add your proficiency bonus. And it's going to be a high DC because these things were not easy to disconnect.
Okay. 21.
God damn it. All right, Az, you
Chains
know what?
break and fly all over the place.
No, I'm going to let Az, do you want to describe your feat of strength here?
Yeah.
Paint
Let me just do a cursory Google search on what train couplings look like.
Give me a quick theater of the mind on this one.
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Yeah, are we thinking 2 C's, or are we thinking like a rod that's holding the 2? We'll see what Google says.
I'm seeing some 2 C's here. So I'm gonna say probably what is happening here is Gary just kind of gets a hand on either side of it and just is like yanking them back and forth until they finally like give way and separate, maybe doing a little bit of damage to the coupling, but eventually the front of the train speeds off and we start to steadily slow down on the tracks.
Yeah. It is a lot like that, Jeff. There'd be a platform where the guy is between where the guy is sitting now, or standing now because he had to
Yeah.
get from car to car.
Yeah.
And because of inertia, like they're still together unless we can do something to like I don't know. Maybe
Well,
just
but
you
as
being
one's
on that train and so gigantic, it'll just slowly slow it down.
Yeah, it's
well, I think
what's
it would slowly slow, right? Because it's not
Yeah.
being pulled anymore.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
what's
So
gonna
it wouldn't
happen.
alert them immediately.
They're gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna maintain a similar momentum for a few minutes, but because there's nothing pulling the cars that you're currently in, eventually will slow down because there's nothing
The
keeping it in
friction on the
motion.
track, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, after since while you two are climbing at the top of the cart, you're gonna notice after like a minute or two that the cars that you can see plus what you're on is starting to slow down.
And by that point, I've made it to the back and kind of have my hoopak out so that when they go to investigate, I can try just taking them out.
All right, sounds good. All right. What is Susie doing?
She gets to the end and aims down with her crossbow. Are there any tunnels coming up? Like, do we need to worry about stuff hitting us in the back?
No, if the things had gone further, depending on the tactics, there would have been a tunnel eventually, but you all managed to avoid the tunnel. So,
Perfect. So
Cool.
yeah, I'll just hold a shot if anyone attacks.
hey, as I like that roll, so I'm gonna give you a yeehaw on that. Uh,
Yay.
because the imagery of you just not only just doing it as described, but also like metal flying around a bit. It was pretty cool. I like thematic stuff. So, um, yeah, you have a yeehaw to use there. What is
Double,
Gary going to
double
be doing?
yawn.
Oh, and to our user, our new rule, by the way, is yeehaw is just another flavored version of inspiration. So, uh, what is Gary doing in this scenario now that they successfully separated the moving cars?
What seems to be the approach that we want to take here, gang? Like,
If you were to walk through that car, we would find out what surprises they left us. otherwise, climb over the top.
I mean, here's something I can do, right? I've got rope. Is there a way for me to just throw some length of the rope down the car and kind of just slide it around on the floor, see if it triggers anything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to you. Luckily, the train car here is not trapped, just based off you just throwing it around and checking for any traps or any wires or anything.
Okay. Then I think what I'm gonna do is step into this train car
All right.
and have a seat closest to the door.
The door you entered in from, or the door
Yeah, the
towards the
door
right?
I
Okay.
entered in from. Yeah.
All right, so you're just gonna sit there.
Yeah.
All right. Cue the suspenseful music right now because if I can get a perception check from Ven and Susie real quick.
That's a 14.
15.
You will both notice that there are people in the car and they have crossbows ready. They don't see you specifically, but they know something's going on. So they
Yeah.
have their crossbows at the ready.
Okay, so I imagine we're close to wrapping up for the evening.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I'm gonna pull out a coin, like a cheap penny or something, and wing it at the window. Try to get their attention.
Let's see if this person keeps their composure. Okay. So you wing it out the window. It's like a little copper piece. I'm gonna keep it a money system to make things simple. And you just see one of them staring up at you after you wing the piece at them. And then he's gonna start yelling something. You can hear him yelling, but you don't hear what he's yelling as they're pointing at you.
Do
both
I
right now.
hear him yelling because I'm in the car?
You hear the sounds of yelling. Yeah, you don't hear what they're yelling right now. Because
Okay.
you're in the next car over.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that they were in this car that I'm in. Okay.
You're in
No,
an empty
no.
car, yeah.
Yeah, you're in an empty car right now.
All right. So at the sound of yelling, I am gonna stand up and probably move more towards the other car.
All right, and then after noticing Susie and Ven at first, they're going to notice the nearly 8 foot tall giant man walking towards them. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do from here. It doesn't have to be combat per se, but we are going to do an initiative just to kind of get like a sequence of events going on. Give me just 1 second to roll, and we'll handle that. All right, Susie, what did you roll?
7.
Ben?
15.
Gary?
Dirty 20.
Nice.
There you go. Just 1 second. Yeah, Gary, you've all been rolling pretty good on initiative.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And then I can't hit anything for the life of me.
Oh, yeah, that's something I should have done.
All right. Top of the order is one of the guys with the crossbow, and they're gonna take a shot at Susie because it's the one that noticed him whenever Susie winged the copper.
Now, I was holding an action
Mm-hmm.
in case anyone shot at me.
I mean, if you want to take an attack action, you can.
Are they behind cover?
Through glass, so you will get disadvantage, but you could still hit.
Okay. That's a 11.
That does not hit. Good news, though. It did go through the glass, so you won't have to worry about that next
Boom.
turn. He's going to take a shot at you.
Wait, and Ven was holding one too.
Yep.
Oh, then what do you want to do?
I'm gonna use my ranged weapon. That's a 9 to hit.
The other window is also broken.
Fantastic.
All right. And it doesn't matter what the bonuses were because I rolled a 6. So Susie managed to dodge out of the way as the bolt comes flying towards you. That's their turn. Next up on the list is Gary. Gary, you're up.
Okay. I'm still in the other train car. So here's what I want to do is I'm going to let them come to me and I'm going to kind of there's like a window in the door, right?
Mm.
So I'm going to
Yeah.
sidestep that and wait for them to have to come through the door to me.
Okay. All right. Next up is going to be one
And I guess
of
that
the-
means I'm holding an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, it's gonna be one of the guys' turn. They're gonna run out and try and use the ladder next to the door reference to get up on top of the train car that you're all on. So, letting you know if you want to do something, he is currently not going through it, but he's gonna try and climb the ladder.
And he's doing it fast. He's not taking his time.
Yeah. He won't be able to actually attack till next round, but he will get to the top to face you all. The other one, because the next one is the next guy's turn. He's gonna take a shot at Susie. There's a 17 hit.
Do I? Oh, it wouldn't matter anyway.
Oh wait, no, you've got partial coverage because you're on
partial cover
top.
'cause I'm
Yeah.
up
So hold
there.
on. You're good. I forgot the partial coverage. You're fine. You're like the bolt like clinks off the side of the cart there. And then another person is going to run out from the inside and like throw a dagger at Ven. Once again with disadvantage.
Yep.
So the worst part is, okay, for reference, I don't know if it'll show up on camera. Let's see if I get there we go. There we go.
Yep.
See that glorious one there? These metal dice rarely fail me when I'm a player, but when I'm playing with as a DM, apparently it loves people. It loves the
They're
players.
Dice for the players. Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
dice for
mm-hmm.
players. He goes to chuck it and loses the grip, I guess, on the dagger. It falls to the ground.
Oof.
Next up is Ven.
Is the guy that was scrambling up here up at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to shove him off.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Yep. That is a 15.
Nat 20.
That's not nice.
Hey, do you have a yeehaw? No, that'd be too hard. You'd have to get a 20.
But yeah, no, you gotta push him off, and he just kind of sidesteps you in that situation.
He's a big dude. I don't weigh that much. That's fair.
Susie, you're up. I will give you a quick reminder. There's one person on top of the car with you, two with partial coverage in the cart, and one who just tried to throw a dagger, but definitely did not miss or did not hit.
Can I jump across without taking a opportunity attack?
The car is only like 10
Yeah, I mean, he
feet.
just came up the ladder, so he's right next to me.
Yeah, I don't think he could. I don't think that would work, unfortunately.
I guess. I'll stow my crossbow and whip out my axe and sickle, and I will try to trip him with the sickle.
All right, roll to trip,
That's a 21.
Nice.
and he didn't roll high enough. So yeah, you managed to trip him up as he lands on top of the hood of the car, the hood of the cart. Sure, whatever.
And I will use my hand axe to hit him with my bonus action, and that'll be -1 to hit because of my strength. Do I get advantage because he's on the ground?
Or
Yeah, you auto crit. So just roll the hit, roll damage.
Oh, okay.
He's prone.
4, 6. -1 is 5 + 2 for favorite enemies, so that's a 7.
And all right, and that is that a total, or does that include the crit damage?
That includes the crit. Or I guess
Okay.
if I do 6, if I add the favorite enemy thing first.
You'd in this case just add you do the damage die twice or times 2, and then add your strength, and then add your favorite enemy.
Yeah, so 7.
Okay. He's still not looking good though. If it makes you feel, you hit him pretty hard. Second, there we go.
And I move back away from the edge of the car, so hopefully nobody down there can shoot me.
Right. Next up is one of the henchman with the crossbow is going to take another shot at Susie. Not Susie. Ven, sorry. And does get disadvantaged still because of the height difference between the two. Boy, is it a 7 or a nat 20? What do you folks think?
I'd prefer the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's gonna miss you, plink off the side of the train car. Initiative starts over, so it's gonna be the one that is one of the other people with the crossbows. He's gonna take a shot at Susie this time, and you've got partial.
I moved back so I wouldn't be able to be
That's
seen
right.
from below.
Dan's gonna take a shot at Ben then,
Yeah, that's fair.
with disadvantage still. So before bonuses are 2 or 12. Yeah, it's gonna be the 2. Once again, he's gonna miss. So next up on
Getting on the roof is a
Finish.
great idea.
it really is. Gary, you're up.
All right. I am going to continue holding an action, except I'm going to move a little bit from where I am to I want to be in between the cars rather than in the second car.
So there
Okay,
is
so
a guy down there. So as soon as you open the door, you could actually hit him.
Oh, then yeah, let me take a swing at that dude then.
All right, roll the hit.
You were just in the train hearing so much plinking metal.
Yeah. How's an 18 sound?
An 18 hits.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna do 5 damage on that.
All right. Second.
Can I also say that I'm going to try and swing the Morning Star in such a way that I hit him from the side and kind of send him towards the side of the train?
I think that would be a non-damage attack, right? Like a shove or a trip.
It would be a shove.
All right, then I'll just go for the damage.
All right.
I can shove him on the next round.
All right. Next up is the one. The one that's attacking Ved right now on top of the car. He's gonna use his action to get up, basically, and that's all he can do.
Actually, that's a move action to stand up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's half the move action. Then he's gonna take a swing.
Movement.
Yeah. Then he's gonna take a swing at you. And has no negatives for this. So let's see if he succeeds.
We're living a charmed life over here.
Dice for the players.
I'm not gonna tell you the bonus because that's kind of half the fun is of the mystery. But this is what I rolled naturally. Yeah. So there's no way, unless your AC was a 10, like I mistook for in the beginning.
Yeah.
there's no way. You're good. He completely whiffed.
I
his
put on
attack.
my armor this morning. Yep.
That's right. Put your armor one pauldron on at a time. Next up is the one that Gary swung at. He pulls out another dagger and tries to stab you with it.
Okay.
It's a 13 hit.
No.
Okay. Yeah, he tries to stab you and completely misses you. Next up on the initiative right now is Ven.
I am going to go with the guy that just stood up, that's still up there with us, with my rapier.
All right, roll the hit.
23?
That hits. Go ahead.
Good.
Roll your damage.
That's 8.
He's down. You want to scratch? There we go.
I mean, I tried to push him
Susie,
off. He didn't get pushed off. He stands up, and I just.
I gotcha.
Yeah, you could do that thing where once you poke them, you put your foot against them. And
Oh.
shove them off the train.
Oh yeah, and then use your foot to pull them off your sword.
Yeah, that is what I do. You're right. Thank you, Susie.
I forgot, but I did do that. Yeah.
You look over, you're like, now kick him off.
Now kick him off. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Hold on. Yeah. All right, Susie, you're up.
I will drop prone and peek over the side and just shoot straight down into the top of this guy's head.
Straight through the
Are you
Fontanelle.
jumping? Are you hitting the one that's fighting Gary currently? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just lean over the
Because
top.
the height difference. Yeah. Because the height difference, go ahead and roll with advantage.
18.
You hit. Roll your damage.
11 plus 2, 13.
See, I feel like there's a part where I had to tell you don't worry about it because at level 1, 11 damage is a lot of damage. But you do take him out, yes. You take him out with your crossbow.
Hell yeah. And I
Um,
shimmy back so the shooter can't see me.
Ven is up.
So I want to. Who's left?
The two people who are left are the ones in the car currently, the red car.
Okay. I want to use my ranged weapon on them and then duck back down, further back so they can't get at me.
All right, go ahead and do your attack roll.
Oh, that's a good one. 7 to hit.
It's all right. You have disadvantage anyway because they're partially concealed.
Ooh, let's see how much worse I could do. Ah, a 7 to hit. Otherwise, it would have been a 22. Wait, why is it partial? I thought with the window broken, we're good to go. I mean, either way, I rolled the 7 first. But...
Something?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
ducking
I was
behind
gonna
it.
duck down behind after I did it. I was just putting together my entire thing. But either way, the 7 was first.
No, you're good. Basically, they ducked down into the
Oh,
car
they
that
ducked
way.
down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like if they stand up into the window, you no longer have to worry about part coverage.
But they were, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next up on the initiative is Susie.
She gives you a look like, should I? I really shouldn't. And then she jumps up and draws the sick. Or no, I guess she already had her weapons. She jumps up and then dives down through the window and tumbles and tries to get past these guys. Get up
Give me an
behind 'em.
acrobatics check in that case, because you're doing something very precise.
Yeah, 21.
God.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that count as my action?
That would be your
Or movement?
move action. Yeah. So
Hell
you're
yeah.
like John Wick style, just jump through the window and tumble in away on the other side of the cart sort of situation from them. So yeah, you can see the two of them and they're just like, what the fuck just happened?
Is there anyone else in the car?
Beside the two that you are in combat with, you do not see anybody else.
Okay. I'll go at him.
What do you-
Time.
We'll remind you that you are past them per your request, and you did use your move action to do this.
I
you
just
could,
wanted
like-
to end up right behind them, unless
Oh.
there were other people in the car, in which case...
Okay, I misunderstood. Then yeah, you can go ahead and attack one of them.
All right. So that's 18
You
for the sickle.
hit, Jeff. You hit.
So that does 3, 6, 8. And then the hand axe. That's a miss.
All right. How much damage did you do for the sickle attack?
8.
All right, 1 second. There we go. One is going to. It's the other guy's turn. He's going to try and take a shot at you, but has disadvantage because you're in melee range. Boy, howdy. Is that a 9 or a 17, folks? What do you all think?
He has disadvantage?
He has, yeah, because he's trying to shoot at you in melee range. You know, it's not a very big
okay.
card, so.
Yeah, that'll miss. Yeah.
So, bury that bolt into the wall. And then it's going to be the one you just hit. he's going to drop his crossbow and like come at you with a dagger. I got to re-roll that because it landed sideways. I don't think a 13 hits.
Just dodged it.
There you go. He swings that towards your middle, your chest, whatever. He's swinging at your torso, and you just barely dodge. Next up is Gary.
Gary!
The guy that just died next to me,
Uh
did he fall off the train?
yeah, he just fell sideways.
All right, cool. In that case, then I am just gonna slowly open the train door and be imposing at the other end of this and go, yeah.
Tell these guys to stop fighting.
All right. Folks, I think you better sit down. And that's going to be another intimidation from me, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Cool. That's going to be a 15.
Okay. So the one that's damaged, the one that is currently fighting Susie, he is not backing down, but he clearly looks shaken.
Mm-hmm.
However, the other one is with the one that's not in direct combat is does not seem affected right now.
All right.
In essence, to attack anybody who isn't, if he were to attack you, he would get disadvantaged against attacking you. Right now, the one
Okay.
who was affected.
Cool. So I'm gonna say that and then like pause a sec and wait for them to make their decision, and then I'll go with the one who was unaffected by it with the. You know what? Let's swap it up a little bit. I'll swing the Warhammer this time.
Ooh.
All right. I'll say that in this case, the intimidation was a bonus action, so you can go ahead and swing with your Warhammer against the other guy.
Okay. So that was a nat 1.
With advantage? Or no, this is another guy.
This
Yeah.
is the other fella, yeah.
I'm gonna be nice on the whole crit fail thing. I'm just gonna say you didn't hit.
Okay.
I'll do it for the enemies whenever it's thematic and appropriate, but not necessarily all the time. So, next up is going to be Ven.
I'm gonna scrabble on down off the roof and enter the train with everyone else.
All right.
Is that just my move? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It was just your move to get down the train and get to the cart. If you want to get in the cart, you'd have to do basically a dash action.
Instead of that, since I am still outside, then I will, just ranged weapon, try to hit the. I'll go for the one that's already injured.
Okay. They are standing, so you can go ahead and roll. And you say you're attacking from the top of the car. Is that right?
No, I'm attacking from outside the door. I came
Okay.
down and now I'm just right outside. 17 to hit.
That hits. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet. That's a fat 3.
You wing him in the head, and he's like, "Oh, I don't feel so good. Did someone get the number of that thing that hit me?" Oof. So yeah, he's not looking great right now. Susie, you're up.
Susie gives him a look and goes, "Last chance."
If you want him to give up either one of them, I'm gonna need a persuasion roll.
Okay. That's an 18.
The guy who just got winged in the head by a rock is like, "I'm done. I give up. You know what? It's not worth the money. I don't care anymore."
And I'll kill the other one. Did that take a bonus action?
That did take a bonus action, yeah.
Okay, I'll use my sickle. So 16.
That hits. Also, my arms look like they disappeared.
Huh.
7 damage. And I'll look back at the other guy and go, good choice. We can't hear you for some reason.
Forgot to unmute myself.
Oh,
The one you just hit is mad that you hit him, and he's going to run to attack you. But before he can do that, Gary's going to get an attack of opportunity. Or what do they call it? Opportunity of attack, whatever.
Oh, I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I just roll that like a regular damage roll? What do I roll for that?
It's an attack roll, so you would do your normal like attack roll roll.
Gotcha. So I'll swing with the Warhammer. 11 damage.
Well, it's you still have to roll to hit, basically. So that's what I should say.
Okay. That's what I was asking. Yeah. Okay. 23.
You hit, yeah.
Cool. Do we want to keep that 11 or should I roll
Yeah,
that again?
Sure, that's fine. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he comes like crumples to the ground, basically. Ugh. And then my guy is like, the one that you didn't like kill, the one that gave up, is like, can I go now, please?
Where's the scepter?
He's just gonna point out a chest in the back of the car.
Okay, and I'll kick his butt. Send him on his way.
It's like that part wasn't necessary.
Hey, I have a fun thing to point out. How long till this guy notices that the rest of the train is no longer attached to the car?
Well, he might not notice it at first because there's still another car attached.
Yeah.
and
So-
we're still moving a little bit. Yeah.
I know. I'm just gonna make it because I think it'd be funny. So, all your attention is towards the chest, heading towards it, and he's just like keeping his eye on you in case you attack. And without even thinking about it, he's just gonna fall between the carts. Dude, I was
right.
like, all right, this is the opportunity. This is our moment. 5 minutes. You hear the background. Ah, ow.
The poor guy gave up and died anyway.
But it wasn't our fault.
He might still be alive. You want to roll damage for a fall?
He might have gotten, yeah, the fall and the subsequent being run over by a slowly moving train, or did he?
Well,
scream
hopefully he would
away?
go off to one side. I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah, tuck and roll a little bit.
You may never know.
That guy's the big
That's a
bad.
behind the
Look
screen
out, he's
roll.
coming back.
Oh, man, poor guy.
All right. You all walk towards the chest. It's a rather innocuous chest. Looks like any other chest you would come across, but it's the one they pointed out. As you open it, you'll see what looks like a very regal, very shiny, and it's in an era where keeping anything shiny is very hard to do because it's surrounded by dust.
Mhm.
Is a pearl inline scepter with gold inlay. At the bauble at the head is at the top of the scepter is a bauble. Can I get a religion check from you all? It's not going to be a very high religion check.
Oh, I don't pay any attention. I'm going to the far door to see if the caboose is still there or whatever's
Got it.
next.
I rolled a 17 on religion.
I rolled a 6.
Luckily, you both get it. If it's going to come in a spectrum, Tess, you're going to realize that this is the holy scepter of the immortal. How do I put it? The immortal cleric king of the church. Basically, they had the head of the church. This is his scepter. As you know the history of this scepter, he has had this for 1,000 years because this particular king, this cleric king, has been around for 1,000 years.
Okay.
Susie, when you go back to the back, you notice there is one car left, and it is the caboose.
Okay, I'll go in and fire it up. Start
it's
shoveling in coal, fire up the boiler.
did the Western style cabooses have an engine built in them? Have I never known this?
That's the whole point of a caboose, is if you have to stop and go back, go to a
Ah.
siding or whatever, you have it there.
Okay. So apparently you're living that coal life now. You're gonna be moving
Cool. Living that steam life.
that
That way
steam
we won't
life.
have
Yeah.
to walk back to town,
Mhm.
I mean, you don't have your horses currently, so that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
I would also. You said that a specific crate was pointed out, right?
Yeah, that's the
Does
one
that
with the
mean that there are other crates in this car?
There are, yeah.
Cool. Gary wants to look for things that are worth money.
Let's leave this to a percentile roll. See if there's anything worth money. So you open up, and most of the stuff you're gonna find, as you can tell, this is mostly just a storage compartment. There are clothes in here from the different passengers. There's some fruits, because like civilizations found a way to grow some food, right? But in there, you will find a note on there, and it looks like a bill of sale.
Okay.
On the bill of sale shows this is is a bill of sale for information, and it shows the name of. Let me think of a name, unless y'all have something as name of a shadow of a information broker. I'm gonna try to think of a name here.
Sal Nussbaum's Secret Emporium.
I'm sorry. Can I get the name again? I'm gonna be writing it down.
Sal Nussbaum.
Sol Nussbaum. Secret Emporium information broker.
For all your informational needs.
There you go. There we go. Sol Nussbaum Secret Emporium is an information broker from Sol Nussbaum.
Okay. So, does this have like specific information on it, or is it just like an ad for Sal?
It is a bill of sale that talks about the selling of two items, referred to as precious cargo, and it does have quotes.
Okay. I'm adding that to my inventory.
All right. You have officially gotten the scepter and have completed the first mission. Dun, 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 dun. That's a good place to call it for this episode. This is a bit of a prelude episode to the main season here.
Mm-hmm.
I hope our audience enjoyed it. I would like to thank everyone who followed us today, and I would like to thank Colin and JJ for following us on Twitch, and I would like to thank Mad King for lurking. Appreciate the lurk. Thank you all for playing today. So I wanted to thank our players. So I want to thank Az, I want to thank Jeff, and I want to thank Tess for all being here today. I hope you all had fun.
It was great.
Oh yeah.
I want to go ahead and give people an opportunity to plug anything they may want to plug. Jeff, because I know you got a lot of stuff to plug. Why don't you go ahead and start?
Sure, yeah. Check us out. Shattered Worlds RPG. That's my podcast. We play a space opera style role playing game. It's got lots of intrigue, cyberpunk, swords, wizards, the whole deal. And I think that's it. Other than this fine show, which you can find on YouTube.com/OmniversalEscapades.
You can also
Oh,
find
and I'm on Twitter at El Jefe Tacoma, or for the podcast SWRPG Pod.
Sounds good. Tess, what do you got? Got anything you want to plug?
You can just find me on Twitter at Tess is super cool. If you want to look at pictures of homemade food, you're welcome to find me on Instagram at Meals from the Basement. There's about to be a bunch of new stuff on there because we just got past Pie Day.
Nice. I do enjoy good pie.
Yeah.
Next up is Az.
That's me. That's my name. I got a lot of shit to plug. Scavengers Network, at Scavengers Net on Twitter, Scavengers Network on YouTube. You can find a lot of my stuff there. My personal YouTube is Cal's Calzones. I uploaded a new video there a couple weeks ago about Homestuck. Podcasts I have, It Jams for Thee, which is the Space Jam review and appreciation podcast. 3 episodes of that are out now. And then I have the Biodex cast, which is on a short hiatus until I have a job, because that is taking up a lot of space in my mind. And I haven't been able to edit it recently, but you can find that at Biodex cast on Twitter as well. Also, twitch.tv/Colin M. Parker. I'm there often.
True. I've seen them in chat.
Yeah.
And on video. You can find me on most social media platforms at Geekisdean. I might be trying to stream more just because my life has calmed down a little bit, not a whole lot, but we'll see. I'll probably stream later tonight. Maybe I'll try Overwatch 2. I'm not very good at it, but road to not sucking, I guess. That should be the name of my series. And no problem, Colin. Of course, trying to support fellow creators. Shout out to Scav's Network, by the way, because they're about to have, hopefully, a renaissance of new content. So, they go couple months. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Geekisdean and on Threads. You can find us on Twitter at OmniversalESC. Or you can find us on Threads at Omniversal Escapades, Instagram Omniversal Escapades, TikTok Omniversal Escapades. You get the point. We're also on YouTube if you want to watch reruns. We had a lot of fun with the first season, and the side hangs are always fun. I'm actually looking maybe come June we revisit Into the Deadlands again. That's a pretty fun game. Don't worry, Tess. We'll discuss that beforehand. But yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for showing up and watching today. I want to thank our hosts for being here. And I hope you all have a good rest of your evening.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for hanging, gang.
All right. Guess that'll do her.
All right. I know it's only the first time we played this particular season. Is there any notes, anything you all want to put out there?